Welcome to India, the land where normal gets a whole new definition, and anything can happen is more like a way of life. From rickshaw rides that double as adrenaline rushes, to markets that could overwhelm the most seasoned shoppers, India doesn't just give you an experience, it hands you a story. So get ready, because we're diving headfirst into the good, the weird, and the wild that make India, well, India. Alright, first things first, transportation. Rickshaws. If you're ready to brave the streets like a true local, hop into one of these three-wheeled wonders. Don't worry, the honking isn't for you, it's just the music of the road here. Tip number 1, hold on tight and don't be shy about negotiating the price before the ride starts. Oh, and bring your camera, because you're going to want to remember this ride. Once you're safely out of the rickshaw, it's time to fuel up with some street food. Trust me, India's street food is as bold as it is flavorful. Picture this, crispy golgappa filled with spicy water, samosas with rich tamarind chutney, and your mouth on fire. But, hey, what's a little heat in exchange for flavor? Quick tip, follow the locals. The longest line usually leads to the best food. India isn't just all hustle and chaos, though. It's also home to some of the most awe-inspiring sights on the planet. Case in point, the Taj Mahal. Now, everyone's heard of it, but let me tell you, seeing it in person is another level. Pro tip, get here early at sunrise. Not only do you beat the crowds, but you'll also catch this beautiful pink and gold light reflecting off the marble. Pure magic. And speaking of magic, welcome to Jaipur. This is the land of forts, palaces, and shopping. Jaipur is famous for its markets, filled with jewelry, fabrics, and antiques. Another tip, start your haggling at half the asking price. It's a game, so have fun with it. Oh, and don't be surprised if you end up buying things you didn't even know existed. Ready for a bit of adventure? It's time for the infamous Indian Railway. I hopped on an overnight train from Jaipur to Jodhpur, and let me just say, it's as much a part of the experience as any monument. You've got vendors shouting, chaiwalas selling tea, families chatting, and, yeah, maybe a little less privacy than you're used to. But that's all part of the fun. Bring snacks, a good book, and get ready to make a few friends along the way. If you're lucky enough to be in India during Holi, prepare yourself. Holi is a full-blown color explosion where everyone just lets loose and celebrates. People throw colored powder, splash water, and dance like nobody's watching. Tip for you, wear clothes you don't mind parting with and embrace the mess. Trust me, the colors might stick around longer than you planned. Need a break from the bustling cities? Head out to Jaisalmer for a camel safari in the Thar desert. Riding a camel feels a little like riding a ship on the high seas, bumpy, swaying, and just a bit awkward, but watching the sunset over the sand dunes? Worth every second. Then there's Varanasi, India's spiritual heart. Imagine standing by the Ganges at dawn, surrounded by people performing rituals that have been practiced for thousands of years. It's powerful, humbling, and, honestly, a little surreal. Take a boat ride at sunrise and just soak it all in. There's nowhere else on earth like it. And just when you think you've seen it all, monkeys. Lots of monkeys. Especially around temples. Don't say I didn't warn you, these little guys are skilled pickpockets, so keep a hand on your snacks. Quick tip, if you don't want them getting too close, don't make eye contact, and definitely don't bring any food out in the open. So that's India, unpredictable, intense, and filled with moments that'll stick with you long after you leave. It's the kind of place that's always ready to surprise you, push you out of your comfort zone, and, if you let it, steal your heart. India isn't for the faint of heart, but if you're a journey junkie, it just might be for you. Thanks for coming along on this wild ride through India. If you're loving these unfiltered adventures, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more raw and real travel stories from around the world. Until next time, keep exploring, keep laughing, and keep embracing the chaos.